PRX.
Friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for a little rainy day treat as for me, as I snuggle in here to record and carry off in a dreamland. That's always a treat for me, helping you here in the deep, dark night. So it's time for Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. And here's a couple of ways we're able to do it for you for free twice a week. Hey, I don't know if you've ever thought about becoming a patron, supporting the podcast, if you rely on it night after night after night, if you listen to more than a couple episodes a month. You know, a lot of work goes into the show, and the people that support the show on a monthly basis who pay for a free podcast, they do get a bunch of amazing extras, but most people don't just pay for it for the extras, like Steven, whose review I'm going to read here. Hey, my name's Steven, and I love to sleep. There are times, though, I wake up wide awake in the middle of the night. I started listening to the free version of Sleep With Me podcast, and I absolutely loved it. I like how it gives me a distraction and gives my mind a reason to wander, and I always go back to sleep. I know that quality productions like this take time and money, so when I heard about the option to support the show with a paid subscription, I was only happy to subscribe. You rock, Scooter. Thank you for what you do. I'm very grateful. I love the story-only episodes, including those that are all intros. I also love the fact that I can go back and listen to the older episodes. Good stuff. So thank you, Steven. If that resonates with you and you're in a position to support the show at $5, $10, or $20 a month, not only to support it for you, but for a lot of other people who benefit, thousands and thousands and thousands of listens every single night for free. So please consider supporting the show if you want it to be here for you and everybody else, if you get a lot out of it and you want a little bit of fun stuff in return. Sleepwithmepodcast.com/patron, sleepwithmepodcast.com/PATRON. You can sign up right now or do it tomorrow. Thanks. All right, everybody, it is time to talk about tonight's sponsor, Calm. You know, trying something new can be intimidating, and meditation might be something you've been hearing about, but you have yet to try for yourself. Well, Calm helps you feel more at ease from the moment you start. Find somewhere that's comfortable and familiar to you, like your couch or your bed, and tune in to Calm. We're partnering with Calm, the #1 mental wellness app, to give you the tools that improve the way you feel. Reduce stress and anxiety through guided meditations, improve focus with curated music tracks, and rest and recharge with Calm's imaginative sleep stories for children and adults. There's even new daily movement sessions designed to relax your body and uplift your mind. If you go to calm.com/sleepwithme, you'll get a special offer of 40% off a Calm Premium subscription, and new content is added every week. Over 100 million people around the world use Calm to take care of their minds. Calm is ready to help you stress less, sleep more, and live a happier, healthier life. And Calm is a big part of my routine of finding space in the day for me, to be in the present moment, to use the daily Calm. And I'm looking forward to trying out the new daily movement sessions because I really love doing some stretching, doing some movement in the morning and the evening. So for listeners of Sleep With Me, Calm is offering an exclusive offer of 40% off a Calm Premium subscription at calm.com/sleepwithme. Go to calm.com/sleepwithme for 40% off unlimited access to Calm's entire library. That's calm.com/sleepwithme. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody. It is time to talk about my Helix Dusk Luxe. I love my Helix bed. I'm actually getting ready to do some traveling, a few different places, and I'm not kidding. I'm not looking forward to it because I have not found a bed, no matter where I stay. Like, I'm always forlorn, tossing and turning, saying, oh, where has my Helix Dusk gone? And the reason why is because one mattress does not fit everyone's needs. You say, oh, well, this one will fit most people's needs. Not my needs. You know how Helix does it? Helix has a quiz that just takes 2 minutes to complete. Have you taken the quiz? HelixSleep.com/sleep. Takes 2 minutes to complete, matches your body type and sleep preferences to get the perfect mattress for you. Because why would you buy a mattress made for someone else? With Helix, you're getting a mattress that you know will be perfect for the way you sleep. Everybody's unique, and Helix knows that, so they have several different mattress models to choose from. Soft, medium, firm, great for cooling you down if you sleep sleep hot, great for spinal alignment to prevent morning aches and pains, even a Helix Plus mattress for plus-size sleepers. And like I said, I sleep hot, I toss, I turn, I sleep on my side, I sleep on my stomach, I'm moving all over. I have not found anything to compare. I took the quiz, I get matched with the Helix Dusk, I picked the Helix Dusk Luxe, and there's nothing that matches up to it. I'm so comfortable in my bed. So if you're looking for a mattress, you take the quiz, you order the mattress you're matched to, and the mattress comes right to your door, shipped for free. You don't ever have to go to a mattress store again. So just go to helixsleep.com/sleep, take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you to a customized mattress that'll give you the best sleep of your life. They have a 10-year warranty. You get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free. They'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but you will. Helix even has financing options and flexible payment plans, so a great night's sleep is never far away. And Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/sleep. That's Helix Sleep, HELIX sleep.com/sleep. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody, it is time for the Sleepy Supporter Zone, one-part podcast where I got to pick up the pace because I need your help. I need the listeners who support the sponsors because that's what keeps the show free for anybody who wants to listen any place. Over 470 episodes in the archives, all because of the listeners who supported the sponsors. And that's why I take a second to thank listeners like Breezy, who supported Audible, sent Audible a message. Breezy let Audible know they heard about him on Sleep With Me. Please, if you support a sponsor, I will send you a thank you video. Support the sponsor, share about it on social media, or send them an email, take a picture of it, and then fill out the form at sleepwithmepodcast.com/sponsor so I can say thank you because it's critical to keeping the show free for everybody. Thank you, Breezy. The second part of the Sleepy Supporter Zone is you getting the support you need, and there's links to resources you could connect with right now if you're having a tough time, right in our show notes. And it's about being a part of positive change with our actions, saying Black Lives Matter, saying stop API hate, saying support Ukraine. And there's links to resources, to ways you can learn more and support right in our show notes. And it's about supporting and getting involved with our actions as well for me. And one of the organizations you're going to be hearing about all year is the Midnight Mission. You know, the Midnight Mission is trying to move people from homelessness into housing by providing basic emergency and life-saving services. And you could always learn more at their website, which will be linked to in the show notes. But we are doing a lot of activities that are fun and supporting people experiencing homelessness. And all you need to do is sign up for our free newsletter. You'll get more access to me than anywhere else other than Patreon for free and have fun, including live events starting this month, April, at sleepwithmepodcast.com/midnight mission. So sign up for that newsletter. Please sign up for that newsletter. It's free. I'm going to be doing live streams. We're going to be putting together hygiene kits. I'm going to be doing live shows. If we build it enough, I could come to your town, but it's going to take people just signing up for this newsletter and being a part of the community around the show. Please do that for me. If you're hearing me and you do one thing, sleepwithmepodcast.com/midnight mission. Please sign up for that. It's going to make a huge difference in a lot of people's lives, and you'll have fun and you'll be empowered to be a part of positive change. So support us, supporting the Midnight Mission, and wherever you are in the world, we'll be able to support you, supporting people experiencing homelessness in your community too. That's it. Mystery Bard. A lot of people who help out on the show. Who are they?
Posty poster song sounds like an earful. Wrote the theme song. Edits episodes. Carl W. the legend. Also edits episodes. Ashley, Kenny, Scotty, Jennifer. Runner. Eric and the team at Astound are on the website. I am the mystery bard. I do the lullabies, yeah. I do commissions at jonathanmann.net. I'll write a song for you. Any reason at all. You can tell me the story and I'll make it personal. You see the kindness shine straight on through when the listeners form their own Facebook group. Keith, Stacy, Sarah, Julie, and Jennifer. These are your moderators. Get support, dear Scooter, on Patreon. Buy the merch and support the sponsors. You can find anything you want at sleepwithmepodcast.com. And we're so proud that we could dance. Rusty Biscuit, Lois, Anna like banana. Leah does the transcripts.
Thanks, Mystery Bart. What do you say we slow it down and get on with the show? Please sign up for our free, fun newsletter supporting people experiencing homelessness, live versions of Sleep With Me, live watch-throughs, listen-throughs, all at sleepwithmepodcast.com/midnight mission. And that's it. Let's get on with the show. Hey, are you up all night tossing, turning, mind racing, trouble getting to sleep, trouble staying asleep? Well, welcome. This is Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. We do with a bedtime story. All you need to do is get in bed, turn out the lights, and press play. I'm going to do the rest. What I'm going to attempt to do is create a safe place where you could set aside whatever is keeping you awake, whether it's thoughts, things on your mind from the past, the present, or the future. So anything you're thinking about running through your brain, or what about those thoughts that slow walk through your brain, or that just sit down? They say, "No, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to stay a while." You say, "Well, I'm trying to go to sleep. I don't need to." Oh yeah, no, don't worry about me. I'll be here. Just like a nana. Like, and when you're trying to parse out, like, what do they really mean? Oh no, I'll be here. I'm fine. And you say, Nana, when every time you say you're fine or just do what you want, that it never really means that. And you say, Scoots, tell me more about your Nana. And I say, well, that's the Nana that lives in my mind. Believe it or not, I don't have, somehow, I'm not even kidding. I never had a Nana, but I have one within me. I have an internal Nana, and I don't know where she came from. Now she's saying, oh, just go on. Don't listen. Don't pay him any mind. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And I don't want to disturb Nana. I'm not trying to, mess with your sense of reality. You're as real as can be. Oh, boy, are you real, Nana. You may not have corporal substance. Oh, boy, he doesn't even know what that means. I know, but she's there always. Nana, she's there. Always there. Nana. Everywhere, all the time. She's there. She's watching. She's judging. But she says she isn't, and she says it's all, just go ahead. It's fine. Don't worry about me. I'll just be sitting here. I'll be fine. Don't even think about me. Except that I'll keep interrupting, Nana, at bedtime, she's around, or something similar. So any thoughts similar to, or based on that? I don't know if Nana's a thought. She causes me to think. Oh, boy, does she. She points out so many things I need to think about. I say, Nana, that never worried me till you brought it up. Thank you so much. I would have never thought about that in that way, especially when I'm trying to go to sleep. Thank you. Now, I'm pulling a Nana because I'm saying thank you, and I don't even mean it. So it could be thoughts, could be feelings, anything emotionally coming up to you, related to your thoughts, or feelings that are just there or that are appearing, coming up, physical sensations. Your schedule could have changed. It could be a work schedule that you don't have a choice about. It could be a guest. You could be traveling. Someone else could be traveling. It could be a lot of different things. And whether you're a long-term listener, so glad you're here, a new listener, or just someone listening for the time being, right? Because you got something going on. However you got here, I'm glad you are here. And what I'm going to attempt to do here is take your mind off of stuff so that you can fall asleep. Like I said, whatever's keeping you awake, I'm going to take it. I'm trying to create a safe place. I'm trying to smooth it. I'm trying to pad it. I wonder what would happen if I put my Nana in a safe place. I mean, she would have to recognize and feel like she was in a safe place. The first thing I would say, Nana, always in my mind, you're sitting in one of those hard wooden chairs with those ones you see at people's houses, and you say, you must not eat at your kitchen table because those chairs, or I guess those are the kind of chairs you sit in. Maybe I don't know if they're from the 30s or the 50s or the 70s or the 80s, but maybe they designed chairs back then so you'd be at your full attention at dinner. I guess that kind of makes sense. You say, I want your full attention. Well, but I'm trying to eat dinner, Pa. Yep, we need your full attention. I want you to be as, these chairs are for sitting, not for sitting comfortably. They're for sitting eating your dinner and minding your mind. So if Nana was not in one of those chairs, I think you're nodding along with me. You can picture them. They come in a lot of different forms, but they're hard. And you say, okay, can't imagine taking a flight in one of these chairs. Don't give the airlines any idea. The newest airline with old kitchen chairs. Yeah. Oh, that's a wooden kitchen chair class, Scoots. That's what you bought your ticket in. Sorry. Can I bring my own seat pad at least? Nope, afraid not. That's a $5 fee. Well, if it's only $5, then I'll definitely do it. Okay, so where was I? Oh, whatever's keeping me awake. I'm going to send my voice across the deep, dark night. I'm going to use lulling, soothing, creaky, dulcet tones, pointless meanders, superfluous tangents. So what that means, I'm going to go off topic, as you've already seen, get mixed up, and not make a lot of sense, and go back, get interrupted by different beings within me, try to say something witty, maybe even, I don't feel like I've stepped over any lines this time with my Nana. A lot of times when my Nana comes up, I have to apologize to her. And I don't think we need to call a Guinness Book of World Records or whatever, but most number of times someone's made an public apology to an imaginary part of themselves. I think I could be at least in the running for that, but I don't keep track of that kind of stuff. So person least is, oh no, I guess that's more of an award. They say person least likely to keep track of stuff they could win a Guinness Book of World Records for. They'd say that, I'll take that, put it on, but I'll take it, but don't give it to me because I don't know what I'd do with it. I'd probably lose track of it. And then my Nana would say, where is that award? How come you don't shine your awards anymore? What kind of person doesn't shine their awards? And I'd say that, Nana, how about that? Would that make you feel like we're in a safe place if we shine some awards together? I'm looking for something for us to do together, Nana. Some sort of soothing activity. And I just realized that you pointed out something brilliant. Maybe we could what if we volunteer together and start touring high schools and other schools? I don't think they would let us in. They say, sir, what are you here for? I'm here to buff some awards, to shine them up. Sir, most of our awards are made of plastic now. Well, we could also dust your awards, if you'd like. I'm here with my Nana, and her, formerly she would be in a wooden chair, but, now we're just here standing around waiting for you to let us, for free, service your awards. If you have any service awards, we'll shine those too. That goes for medals and placards and all that kind of stuff. So just show me the way to your awards, and we'll get right to it. Sir, why do you and your Nana do this? Well, one, it was secondary, but we didn't realize that people like the idea of the awards being shown or shined and then shown and shining. Shine on you awards and trophies is a song that's never been sung. But really, I was looking for some sort of common activity that we would both enjoy, my Nana and I, and that we could do together that would be soothing, and we would pass the time, building community between the two of us, I would say, servicing our community. Sir, where's your Nana? Oh, sorry about that. I forgot to point that out. She lives within me. So that it wouldn't work out, I guess. It was a great idea, but I could see, I guess I could do it somewhere else. I don't know where. I don't know where else you'd easily find repositories of awards. I don't know. Maybe there's a trophy museum, but then it'd say, well, but you charge admission. So I don't know. I can't do it. Sorry. My Nana would, she'd say something and it would ruin the whole thing. So that's my Nana. Sorry if you're new. That was a pointless meander by accident. We added on to it superfluous tangents. So if you're new, I want to give you some info so that you have it. One, the reason I make this show is because you're important and your sleep is important. You deserve a good night's sleep. You really do. And while I can't provide that for everybody, this show is so different. It doesn't work for anyone on the first try almost ever. But even the people it works for, it takes 2 or 3 tries, and it just doesn't work for everybody. It's very different. You know, I've been talking, I mean, how many other podcasts talk about ward dusting? I mean, other than maybe there's probably the Trophy Podcast, Trophy Cast, a podcast about trophies and things interesting to trophy makers. Craig and John don't make that one. They make Script Notes, Trophy Notes Podcast. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could make that. I don't know anything about trophies. Even I just got rejected by another imaginary being. So, yeah, I probably am not qualified to make that podcast. Okay, where was I, though? So your sleep is important. That's one of the reasons I make this show. If I can help you get the rest you need so your life is more manageable, that's really important to me. One, because I know how it feels in the deep dark night, tossing, turning, talking to Nana, all that stuff. But I also really believe that our world will be a better place if you're rested and your life is fuller and more manageable. It's true. So that's why I make the show. One, I've been there, and 2, it's important to me. The other thing, kind of like I was saying, is if you're skeptical or doubtful, you could always check out sleepwithmepodcast.com/no thank you. If you definitely don't like me or the podcast, there's other sleep podcasts and sleepy stuff on there. But for most people, it just takes 2 or 3 tries because the show's very different. Also, this is a podcast you don't really listen to. You're just kind of barely aware that it's running, and you can listen. Because I'll tell you what, if you can't sleep for some reason tonight, I'm going to be here to keep you company for the next hour. And if you need other episodes, queue them up. So that's... but you don't have to listen to me. You can kind of barely listen, just kind of see how it goes at first, but kind of think of me as like a jug with a bunch of holes in it or something. You're not going to use me to store water. Just picture, I mean, I guess like the podcast is like you could picture me dusting trophies. I might be humming and you'd say, okay, what's that person doing? Well, they're dusting the trophies. And okay. All right, I'll move on then. Nothing interesting there. Oh, they're doing it with their imaginary Nana, though. Okay, well, it makes sense. I mean, why else would someone dust unless it's on their work order? Okay, so the podcast does not work for everybody. You don't really listen. Also doesn't put you to sleep. I'm here to keep you company while you fall asleep, to take your mind off of stuff with my nonsense. So... I'm here to be your boar friend, your boar bae, your boar sib, your boar cuz, your boar bestie, your boar bruh, your boar burr, your neighbor, your friend in the deep dark night, to keep you company and to give you something else to listen to than whatever is keeping you awake or whatever's going on, right? So that's why I make the show. Those are 2 important things to know. The other thing that's hard to get used to at first is the structure of the show. And the structure of the show's designed in a very specific way, but then as you become a regular listener, you can kind of adjust how you listen for what works for you. But at first, it could throw people off. So the show starts off their greeting, friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Then I say something else so that you feel seen and you feel welcomed in. Then there's support for the show. So they can come out free twice a week, all podcast platforms, over 400 episodes you're able to access for free anytime you want. So if you needed to listen to all 400 in a row, that'd be a while, but you could do that. So that's support helps us do that on a regular basis twice a week. Then there's support for listeners, support for the community around the show. And then there's the intro, which we're like 12 minutes into or something. And the intro goes on and on and on of me unsuccessfully trying to introduce the podcast, which another person could probably do it in 2 or 3 minutes. Like Script Notes, their introduction is they talk about what they're going to talk about, but then they say Script Notes, the things interesting to something like that. Script Notes. Things talking about things interesting to screenwriters and something about screenwriting. I don't know. So see, I can't even introduce a podcast successfully that has a concise intro. So talking about, they don't say talking about though, things interesting to screenwriters and I don't know. But so the intro goes on and on and on. So for some people, they can get really strongly feeling about that. They say, when's the show going to get started? What is this nonsense? And I say, well, it's a show within a show that helps ease you into bedtime. So a lot of people listen while they're getting ready for bed or while they're winding down or they're in bed winding down. So the intro is a transition from the daytime or the evening to when you fall asleep, because from everything I've learned and all the feedback I get, it takes us a while to get to sleep, some of us. And so the intro is that transition. Then there's support for the show again, and that's, again, it goes to the show free twice a week. Then tonight we'll talk about the Great British Bake Off, and there'll be thank yous at the end. So it's a structured show. That's why I make the show. And yeah, anybody that wants to take up that pastime of not in like of polishing trophies or other whatever awards, though that didn't go well in A Christmas Story. But you know, if you want to join in, let me know. Let me know at some point, or just go do it, or make sure you get permission first too. Also, don't associate with the podcast now that I'm thinking about it. But do it with if you got a Nana. Shine some trophies with her. Sleep with Me podcast. Bonding with imaginary nanas everywhere. Well, not really, just one in my mind. Well, unsuccessfully not bonding yet with the imaginary nana that lives within my mind and is always there. But I'm glad you're here. I work really hard. I yearn an extra drive, and I really hope I can help you fall asleep. And here's a couple ways I'm able to do it for you for free twice a week. All right, everybody. It is time to talk about tonight's sponsor, Zocdoc. And with Zocdoc, finding and booking a doctor who's right for you does not have to be a terrible experience. Will they take your insurance, understand your needs, or be available based on your schedule when you can see them? With Zocdoc, the answer can be a refreshingly pain-free yes. It is so easy to use Zocdoc. I love it. Like I said, I've talked about it. I searched for an eye doctor. I saw what times they had. I could read patient reviews and I could get a feel for the doctor. I could make an appointment. I could see what insurance they take. So easy. I use Zocdoc. You should too. Zocdoc is a free app that shows you doctors who are patient reviewed, take your insurance, and are available when you need them. You could read up on local doctors, get verified patient reviews, see what other real humans have to say about their visit. So when you walk into the doctor's office, you're set up to see someone in your network who gets you. You just go to Zocdoc.com, choose a time slot, whether you want to see the doctor in person or do a video visit, and just like that, you're booked. No waiting on hold, no waiting for callbacks. Find the doctor that's right for you and book an appointment that works for your schedule. Every month, millions of people use Zocdoc, and I'm one of them. It's my go-to whenever I need to find and book a doctor. And in the chaotic world of healthcare, let Zocdoc be your trusted guide to find a quality doctor in a way that is surprisingly pain-free. With ZocDoc, you can get your docs in a row. So go to ZocDoc.com/sleep and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then start your search for a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc, ZocDoc.com/sleep. ZocDoc.com/sleep. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody, have I got an air doctor story for you? I just got home, and I'm dog-sitting Koa and another dog, and I gave them too much broccoli, apparently, from the smell. And I did not have the air doctor running, but oh boy, is it running on full speed upstairs right now. But you know what my bigger concern is, especially with the spring here, is pollution, pollen, dust, dander, and germs. And that's why my air doctor goes wherever I go. I got an air doctor for every season and an air doctor for every room, because clean air is one of the fastest and easiest ways we can have a positive impact on our health. Improve the quality of your indoor air with a high-quality purifier. And indoor air can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air, according to EPA research. And that comes from cooking, from cleaning, and other everyday activities like dog broccoli gas that affect our indoor air quality. Those kids and those pets are tracking outdoor allergens right into our homes. And And the Air Doctor captures particles as small as 0.003 microns in size. That's 100 times smaller than the HEPA standard. But the Air Doctor is quiet. It has professional whisperjet fans that are 30% quieter than fans found in ordinary air purifiers. So that makes for a peaceful home environment. Because a professional quality HEPA purifier is recommended by leading medical experts as an effective way to reduce airborne germs and viruses and protect your home. Make sure you get an Air Doctor to keep you and your family safe this spring. Air Doctor comes with a no questions asked, a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you don't love it, just send it back for a refund minus shipping. And all you need to do is go to airdoctorpro.com and use the promo code SLEEP, and you'll receive a 35% discount on their classic Air Doctor 3000 purifier. That's right, 35% off, but only if you go to airdoctorpro.com and use that promo code SLEEP. That's AIRDOCTORPRO.com. Use that promo code SLEEP. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody, Scoots here. It's the last season before the finale. I don't know if it's called the semi-finale or the quarter finale. But it's episode 9, collection 5, episode 9, Pâtisserie week. And I started a new notebook for this one. Not that that's important to anybody but me, but let's see where we get here. Making eggs. Should we do a Scoots walkthrough? And then, let's do that. Making eggs, need more for Pâtisserie week. Teaser, devastating, close call, drone shot, find shot, 4 bakers, only room for 3. No coats, only Steven's got a vest on. Aprons go on. At first I put Stacy sunglasses, ? But later in the episode I realized, Stacy probably had sunglasses on. Maybe other people did in this scene. Turn it up. Let's leave that one there. Steven going? No pressure, relaxed vibes, 24 shoe buns. Light area, half iced, half with crackling. Is that not crackling rosy? 2 fillings, shoe buns don't rise, I put ? Maybe. Even though I've looked up the facts for a Great British Bake Off facts show and read about shoe buns and watched them be made, I still don't understand what they are. But that's just me. Like I say, okay, wait a second. Is it a filling that hardens and then you eat the filling, but it has filling on the inside? But then this one is like, no, it's some sort of, so I don't know. I guess what I'll have to do is make it to understand. Crispy on the outside, crispy, airy in the uncuts filling. Unctuous probably, but that's not what I put. Crispy air in unfilling. Unctuous filling, maybe. Expecting exquisite. There's some alliteration. Stacy's crackling goes first in the freezer. They try to describe what crackling is Stacy and Steven, like a little jacket for the shoe bun. And actually, even watching it out, like play out, I said, wait a second, that's like it looks like a puck at first. Because sometimes I watch these episodes a bunch of times. Also, one time normally on really low volume or mute, kind of in the background. And the first time I said, what is that puck on the thing? Back to fruit cheesecake, buns into Bakewell tarts, bright red cheeks on Steven, presses on, accruing crackling. I tried to spell out so I'd be able to pronounce it. Don't rush. Shoemojus, Shoein corns. Oh, these are the things. Shoemojis and shoonicorns. Stacy's very creative with her stuff. And actually, again, watching that mute, when I saw the inside of her shoonicorn, I said, that looks delicious. Banana chantilly, no boring bun, but don't forget about the bake. In the fridge, shoe must be cooked before baked. So that's one of the things that confused me. It's like they're making a custard, then like piping it, and then baking it. One go beat, furious, totally smooth. Sophie, vanilla crackling, strawberries and rhubarb, chestnut puree, kind of stuff I love, somebody says, like a pang in the stomach. Oh, she's also talking about that she kind of likes the pressure and doesn't like it at the same time. Kate, Esperin Tour, Valencia, European Tour, Valencia Oranges, Bellini, Peach Puree, not artificial Prosecco? Yeah, artificial Prosecco, yo. Over egg won't puff up under. Egg will collapse. If you you under egg it, won't puff up. If you over egg it, it'll collapse. Steven uses his fingers to test it, whatever they're doing to the egg, whipping it up. Noel and Kate, do you dream about final? You seem calm. Topping the buns, Stephen and Sophie, to get right shape, making the extracts, almonds extract halfway through. Noel, Sophie's stressed, put a top over shoe. In the go, today, work totally today, mind. Van Gogh was hoovering. Talk about if would Van Gogh ever be using a vacuum cleaner? Van Gogh was hoovering. Wavy gravy, keep going. Time things warp as Stacy very stressed. Noel and Mr. Spoon. Perfect balance. Shine over outside in Belgium. Perfect valence. I think there's somebody walking around outside. Yeah, in the background. That's what I was. Shine over outside in Belgium. No, somebody walked by in the background. Steven's tops are burning. 3 minutes. Noel has sunglasses. Get this done. Filling buns. Stacy out of order. Noel, try to be carer. Filling buns, 15 minutes left. So there must have 3 minutes. I don't know what the 3 minute, maybe it's 30 minutes. Unfamiliar Ken. Unfamiliar is Ken. Lots of running. Last minute time up. Stacy. And then we go to the judging. Stephen, untidy and burnt, quite flat, underbaked, too soft. It tastes great, though delicious. Bake well, untidy as well. Too sweet versus dim the lights. Bloody gorgeous. Bloody delicious. I don't know. I think Paul likes it, the taste. He loves Bakewell tart, so we've learned. Sophie, nice shine, all same size, a little flat, underbaked. Don't get rhubarb, but great flavor. These are flat as well. More chestnut. Disagreement, though, because one of them, I don't know if I think it's probably Peru, after absolute perfection or pelican, or it could be abstract pelican. Kate, how lovely. Great size, cake good. This is how I like it. Nice tube, more filling. Delivers reality words well. Done. Stephen, well done to Kate. Oh, well done. This is still Kate. Story, rush, unicorn. No, this is not Kate. This is Stacy. Unicorn eyelash. They're very neb. Look amazing on inside, bit sickly taste-wise. Looks like curry and burnt, the crackling. Flavors inside good, textures not found here. Talking heads, steeple, big zoom. What bakers don't know is the most complicated ever. Tin-size electrogram, every electric counts. 5 less Marshall slices. 5 slices of Les Miserables, which no one's ever heard of. 3 hours. Stone Nusseldorf. She's matted up. Stacy flipped past it. Kate treat story. Prue and Paul. Creme Albert. Perfect layers. Jacquard. Egg whites. 2 bowls flour them. Green, Stacy shot, in oven, 5-8 rider, green Herbert, sugar, egg yolks, and butter, Firmness is crucial, not too fault, not too fault, not too doubt, not too fault. Stacy stops feeling it. It's not right. Take butter, cream runny. Oh, Kate's buttercream is runny. Stacy, no, 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 or null, null, null. Halfway, jigsaw puzzle, reversing the sponge. Kate too runny. Les Mis all time, sit here with my kids. 1 hour, Knoll moonwalk, teapot chocolate. Who would do this? Not a clue. Scone it. Not ideal, not set, just stare at it. Sophie's looks perfect. Curdled, carded, half hour left. Remove cake from tin. Chocolate problems, time is up. Being miserable up. Stacy, like a harsh column, char likeness, tastes nice, needs rafters. Babe, this is great stuff, my handwriting. Sophie, looks net chocolate, looks get good looking. Kate, untidy, right mess, it tastes lovely. Stephen, neat, could be creamier, chocolate too gold, snaz, not your best, sponge, not the best. Kate comes in fourth, Stephen third, Stacy second, Sophie first. We do the talking heads. And let's keep running with it. This poetry section. Tamsin's a new day. Tomorrow's a new day. Kate, incredible, tangled Stephen walk. In more chocolate. Everybody takes sunglasses off ×3. Kate's not wearing sunglasses. Table talk. Stacy struggle signature. Flower is the thing that matters. Kate scaring, tricky caring into showstopper. Most fragile show-stopping structures. So 2 sets of triple alliteration scores there. Stacy signature struggle, or struggle signature, show-stopping structure, a Scopaluca Kofer Prize, a meringue masterpiece, something centerpiece, sculptural centerpiece, meringue masterpiece, show-stopping is 7 francs, not nearly as much batter. Overextended eagerness, some desserts, elven curds mousse, creams, Pruant some acidity, books, seat into franz, mango to make. Stacy, flamingos in love. I'm ahead. A flamboyance of flamingos. I'm in, Noel says. A group of them is called the flamboyance of flamingos. French mango Thanksgiving. Hold hand, eye to shy. Kate, so take off exits. Stephen, Easter gorge and egg rolls. Sophie, tube throwback to ballet. Tutu, throwback to ballet days. Always surprising. 9-layer opera cake. Gatau. Sandy had 3 years or 3 weeks, 3 weeks, I think, at Royal Copenhagen Ballet. Stephen, cheerful childhood memories of Nana. Sane, overflow, rainbow. Pie cloud and balloon. Crunch powder, softness. Cracking is danger. Who's in the basket? I'm leaving it empty. Powder. Rainbows are rare enough. Not 1, but 2. Mewing Kate, meringue, rainbow, 2 pots of gold, Swiss meringue. Indigo, no purple. Paul is colorblind. Noel has fun. I like pink, Stacy says. Stephen, purist of cumberbuns. Watch out. Purist is something, Stephen says, watch out. Piping can begin. Steady hand, critical, unstable structures. Once it sets, there's no going back. Tutor start, central keys, lots of focus, bodice. Oh, so that's a tutu skirt. Bodice, tutu, all right, pinkily. Texture can alter on bake. Long, chewy, but sturdy. 150 degrees for hours. Stephen, not into that. Not into the low and slow. Decadent elements, a flavor for flavor. Flav, it looks like flav for flavor. I have an E2 there. Flair for flavor, maybe that's what it is. Stephen, lemon drops, troubles melt like lemon drops, he says. If you're gram of flavor, do a flavor. If you're going to do flavor, do a flavor. I think Stacy says that. Maybe Stephen says that. If you're going for it, you got to go for it. Stacy does Paul Knoll shaving. Oh, so Sandy does Paul, like imitation of Paul, while Knoll's standing there. Some glum. Stephen done? What's that called? Whatever it's called. Cracks. What's it called? It's the whole challenge. My brain's just saying margarine. Less subtle. Faff. Errands. Last one. Hot sugar. Very hot indeed. Chocolate. Stacy and Stephen. Prue watches 350 degrees C outside. Stacy in freezer. Noel is Prue. Out of oven sequence. Never racking consternation. One slip of a hand and all will shatter. Meringue. That's what they're working on. Stacy, chocolate stuck in her molds. She almost knocks her whole thing off of her table, thank goodness, or her workstation. But she did crack one of her flamingos. Kate, gold dust, lots of cracking, vocabulary. Kate's colors not clear as Stephen. Every action make or break. Every element add on now. Half an hour. Sophie cracked. Not great. Pretty hot. Here in room. Sophie cover up cracks. Stephen basket melts in heat. So hot. 5 minutes. Lots of stress. Horrible to watch, as Sandy says. Fiddly. Crack is back. Shaking hands, melting chocolate, rushing, music, series of shots of stress faces, time is up, long stress music, pause to wipe the clear, grass and birds, back to the tent, talking heads before judgments. Sophie, wow. Prue fixes glasses, hat or tutu, piping good, splitting awful lot. Ward, very nice, bake well. 9 should be serum. Is that not good? It tastes amazing. Highly impressed. Very well done. Thank God for that. Kate, oh wow. Colorful, childish, just amazing. Love look. I like when Prue disagrees with Paul. Little uneven. Meat neater. Every color is a different flavor, though. The rainbow. I like that, but it's a bit like sweets. Winterfall. Italian meringue. Delicious in Lordy. Splash of flavor and color. And then they kind of have this like 60s joke. They must have been expanding on it and they cut it because Paul's like, if the color and this blast, man, freaked me out. And then Prue says, free your mind, man. This is Kate on a plate. And I love that. And I love it when Prue takes kind of takes control and says, listen, she checks Paul, but not in like in a way that she's basing it on her tastes and not, I don't know. I like it when she advocates for people. Stacy, easily responsible, easily recognizable, nice meringue, chewy. I don't know. Too sweet and sticky, very taut, very creamy, quite tart, so sweet needs like a sweet shop, well done. They do say, and maybe they said, Prue said, you need something tart. Stephen, too close to the sun. Colors lovely. Love Passaic shades. Love pastel shades. A psychedelic tree is what you should have gone for instead of a balloon. His top is a eaten mess with clotted cream. Paul clears his throat. Flavor's nice. So delicious. Italian meringue. Lemon drop pie. Prue laughs. It's so good. Very light taste, but messy. Method not up to normal. Steven standard. Then we do the table talk. Tight name, the wiser. Who is learning vision? Paul and Prue. Hardest desire is 8 years. Sandy does Star Baker. But we'll do this stuff at the very end. All right, so let's roll the tape here. Okay, so we got Steven with Noel and Sandy doing the eggs joke. Malcolm, I don't know who Malcolm is either. And we do a teaser of everybody kind of working on their stuff and, not Steven, filling shoe buns and wiping faces, close-ups, heads down, serious faces. Great British Baking Show, drone shot of the steeple in the grass, people walking in. Oh, everybody took off their sunglasses on that one too, except for Kate. Okay, you gotta be, I know I can do it. This is stuff I love doing. Sophie says that's not necessarily, Stacy says, I'm going to turn it up this week. 3 more bakes to become, you deserve a chance to be the champion. Very close. People are saying, yeah, I want to prove to myself or I want to make the finals. Kate's like, I'm just glad to be here. Like, that was a rough week last week. Stacy says she's proud. Good morning, congratulations, and no pressure, only 4 left. Noel says, I can feel your relaxed vibes. 24 shoe buns, 2 different flavors, 1 iced, 1 crackling. Perfect, by the way. Crunchy, sugary bit. 2.5 hours on your mark, get set, bake. And then everybody goes into gear. Worst thing that happens is if your shoe buns don't rise or they're irregular or they cave in. Steven knows all the bad things. Paul says they got to be beautiful, airy. Flavors got to complement each other. Unctuous, he does say unctuous. Crackling, thin dough on the top that bakes in the oven with it. Expecting exquisite pastry. Are you worthy to get into the final? So people Stacey's working on her crackling. Everybody's kind of explaining a little disc that goes on top, a little jacket, and it gets split apart as you bake it. Morning, Steven. Tell us about your buns. Wholemeal coconut top. Wholemeal. Oh, yeah, because I'm making a key lime coconut cheesecake for one and then a Bakewell tart for the other. So it looks like he's going to have 2 layers on the inside. And then Sandy says, you turn red when you're stressed. Pressure's on. Good luck. And Sophie's rolling out. Everybody's rolling up. You got to be accurate to make crackling. So that's out for me. 2 millimeters, Sophie says. And Stacey is going to redo hers. Steven looks over. Good morning, Stacey. You're going to start over? Yeah, it'll be okay. Shoe buns, shoemojis, and shoonicorns. Shoonicorns? Yeah, it's going to look like a unicorn. Looks more like even better in a complimentary way, like a unicorn donut or a unicorn bun. Perfect for parties, I think. No, I'm not making anything boring. I got to go for something different. So that's like Stacy. But Paul says you got to find the balance. For the bake too. And I'll hire you for my next birthday party. Everybody's putting stuff in the fridge, the freezer, rolling, the start of the shoe. Shoe must be cooked before it's baked, which confuses Scoots because he never made it. Plus anything that you have to tube out. I've tried that. Doesn't work for me. I make a mess. Getting my shoe on. Got to pour it, got to mix it, got to bake it, mark it with a P, put it in the oven for everybody. Cleanly away from the plan. Strawberry, rhubarb, vanilla crackling, chocolate ganache. And yeah, we're going to make chestnut puree, strawberries, rhubarb, Oh, this is what Sophie's working on. The chestnut thing is a classic, I guess. A little more pressure, yeah, but I love making pâtisseries. Feeling the nerves, a little pang in my tummy, butterflies. And then we go to Kate, European tour, Valencia orange, brown sugar crackling, Prosecco peach Bellini, peach puree, artificial Prosecco though. But I mean, I don't know. I don't even know. Isn't Prosecco some sort of liqueur? Is that an artificial flavor anyway? Okay, well, don't make sure you find the right balance of flavors. Bruce says she's got good ideas. Okay, Stacy's mixing her eggs. That's when she talks about you got to get her and Steven are kind of the narrators a little bit. Too much egg. Oh, no, and Sophie, too little. Won't puff up. Steven's kind of showing us how he tests it with his hands. It's a lot of egg and other stuff in there. One test for finished shoe is the peak should fall over. Almost there. Steven keeps adding egg. Stacy's doing it and Sophie's doing it with her spoons. Kate is now putting hers on the parchment paper. Equal shapes and sizes you need. Stay calm. Noel's showing a lot of skin. His shirt is unbuttoned way down. But I do like his shirt. And Sophie and Steven are kind of flattening. You got to flatten your shoe bun out too. I guess before you put your crackling on, I don't know. They put them in the oven. Maybe these are the other ones. I don't know. It's 20 minutes. Monitor them. Perfect Pâtisserie is about precision baking, going on the curds and the jams and the fillings, finely tuned flavors, and creme pat, strawberries, rhubarb syrup, something lush. Got to color it too. Stacy's making her different colors. Frangipan, almond extract. Noel says if I drink it, will I be small or big? Birds chirp halfway through your shoe. They come out of the oven. I think I would have liked them a little more puffed. Another load of shoe buns, crackling on top. Everybody's cutting them. You can definitely see Steven's our whole meal. Everybody's joking. Sit on the top. Put them in the oven. Time it right. No calming. Toffee sauce for the banana shoe buns for Stacy. Chestnut puree. Pulse from fresh chestnuts. Loads to do. Peach and Prosecco to make the Bellini. Noel likes the mess. He doesn't believe in a tidy workspace. Picasso got paint everywhere, Kate says. But Paul does. I mean, I can't keep anything clean, so. Stacy does her unicorn horns on a stick. Toffees are a little grainy. Might have to do that again. She's really, it's getting to her, the pressure. So she starts again. 1 hour remaining. Mr. Spoon's going to not be happy if you're not done, Noel says. Get the balance right, not far off. Nice and crispy. Get it out of the oven. Everybody's, Steven's are a little bit, his crackling's a little burnt. Everybody else's looks pretty good. 30 minutes left. Noel has sunglasses on. Now we get a lot of cuts as things speed up. Filling the buns, glazing the buns. Stacy said, I think I did the glazing wrong, out of order. And he's trying to help her. Shoonicorns. I'm going to send the nurse in. Creme diplomat. Fill them up. Orange creme pat. Lime. 15 minutes. Not much time left. Get them iced. Everybody's like, I don't know if these look as good as they should be if they're going in a pastry window. Everybody's running to cool stuff. Everybody, a lot going on. Gold foil. Unicorn decorations, chocolate hearts on top, trying to get them laid out. Time is up. Stacy's still putting hers on, and they say, Stacy, signature shoe buns, you put them at the end of your station. Then we get a sky shot, baker shot, everybody sitting with their stuff shots. Stevens, Bakewell, and key lime cheesecake. Untidy, burnt, flat, too thick, restricted the growth. Let's have a go. Wow, okay. Underbaked, too soft. Thought they were ready and they weren't. They take a bite. Tastes great though, like a key lime pie. Absolutely delicious. Doesn't look good. And Noel says, at least it wasn't style over substance. Bakewell ones look untidy. And they bite them, chew them. A bit too sweet for Prue, but Paul loves it. Tastes heavenly, look awful. I have to close my eyes. Then we go to Sophie, strawberry, and then chestnut and vanilla. They do look beautiful. Nice shine on the chocolate, same size. Bit flat, underbaked, okay. It could be darker on the bottom. Collapse slightly, have a look. Paul takes a bite, Prue takes a bite. He didn't get the rhubarb, but the strawberry's strong, great flavor. Crackling's crisp. These are a little flat. The glazed one, chocolate glazed. Would have liked more chestnut. It's overpowered by chocolate. Tinge of a disappointment. Don't say that. We're after absolute perfection, Bruce says. They give everyone a reaction shot. They did after Steven, too. Then they go to Kate's. And Bruce says, they look lovely. All the same size. Crackling worked. Color's good. Golden brown. Start with the orange. Yeah. This is how I like it. Soft in the middle, crisp on the outside. Nice orange taste. Crackling's unbelievable. Filling's delicious. Could have used more filling. Then they go in for the peach Bellini. And Paul laughs. Delicious. Got the peach, got the Prosecco. Bruce says it really works. Very, very good. Well done. Steven says, well done. Kate wipes her head. Whew, and then do everybody's reaction. Then we go to Stacy. And she says, here's the one that's most unicorn-like. I kind of rushed it. I had to rush unicorn eyelashes, Paul says. Noel says, Paul says they look a mess. But then they cut it open. You see the colors on the inside. Like it's rainbow pastel, but a lot of icing, bit sweet, bit sickly. Crackling's a little yellow like curry. Doesn't taste like curry. Bit burnt on the bottom. Banana cream. Salted toffee, and Bruce says, flavors, not your finest hour, Paul says. Stacey says, risk didn't take off, should have made it simpler. Steven says, too bad it didn't look good. Kate's like, I'm happy with my comments, relatively happy, and Sophie says the criticism was sharper than expected. They were all tasting everybody's things. And now they go to the next one. Most complicated ever for technical. And any advice, Prue? Finesse, elegance, and every element, lots of them, it counts. So we're going to ask them to leave. Off you go. You have to make 9 Les Miserables slices. Belgian cake, pistachio, lemon chican sponge, creme bear, tempered chocolate decoration. And it is complicated. Got 3 hours. On your mark, it said bake. Never heard of it. 2 pages of info. Is she even making this up? Stacy says, I saw it in a book once, but I didn't stop. I went through it. Is this a tragedy, Les Mis? So, Prue, why'd you choose a Les Mis cake? It's the most difficult thing I could think of. Look at those layers. Perfect layers, by the way. Creme bear, 3 layers, 4 layers of chican, and then 2 of which are pistachio. There's 20 things that go wrong. You can have uneven layers, scrambled egg cream. I could go on with more, but let's go to the bakers. Make the chican, castor sugar. And Sophie says, I think this plays to my strength. You got to put your egg whites in to keep your volume. Divide it between 2 bowls, one with lemon zest, the other with pistachio paste and green food coloring. How much food coloring? Steven's going to put a tiny bit in. Stacy's putting more in. But she says, I don't want it to be garish, but it's bright green, same as Stacy and Sandy's shirts. And then put a kind in the oven, 8 minutes maybe, I don't know. Herbert, Stacy jokes. Sugar, buttercream, egg yolks, butter, adding the bear to the creme bear. You got to have it firm, which is crucial. So do it slowly. You don't want it to be a gloopy mess. Stacy's like, mine's not thicker. I'm going to stop. Maybe I did something out of order. Got a feeling it's not right. Kate's is runny. Might be wrong. And no. Or did you say no? Kate's going to put hers in the fridge. Stacy's going to redo hers. But times, bakers, you're halfway through your slices, right, layering, jigsaw puzzle together, paint with chocolate side down, reverse the sponge. They have to like cut the sponge and then put it in this square thing to make the layer. I didn't realize how complicated and difficult this stuff is until I watched the show. So layering the cake, layering the fillings, birds are chirping. 1 hour left, 1 hour, moonwalking, Noel. Must have been windy because the cups were swaying. Tempering chocolate, never done this before either. Usually I just melt it. You got to heat it to a certain degree, raise the temperature, loosen the crystals, and then reform them, cool it quickly. Only Belgians do that. And some people are tempering it on like a cold, what do you call that, marble slab or something? Not a clue. Prue also says the chocolate has to be cut a certain way and then shaped. None of this would be good for me. I have good spatial relations with some things, but not, this would be outside of my thing. Chef's rings. What do they mean? There's no pictures. Steven's the one that figures it out. Yeah, roll it up. Roll it, pat it, mark it with a B, kind of. Birds are chirping, half hour left. Remove cake from tin. That's Stress City. Come on, dear, Steven says. Don't want to drop it. Kate's chocolate didn't come off evenly. All right, freeze-dried raspberry powder. What on earth? Everybody's trying to figure out how to make the chocolate rings, spraying them, decorating them. Assembling them. Everything's melting too. 1 minute left. Then you have to put some buttercream or something on the top and chocolate slices. And time is up. Bring your Les Miserables to the table. Looks more like you would have like as something at a tea, like like it looks more like a sandwich, a savory sandwich, except for harsh coloring. Chocolate's a bit of a mess. Let's see what it tastes like. This is Stacy's. Creme Bear's nice, but it needed to be neater. Sophie's nice. Shape is beautiful. Let's have a look. Cut's nice. Light, airy. Pistachios there. Lovely. Kate, it looks untidy. No definitive layers. Raspberry's a mess. Lovely, but not elegant. Or tastes lovely. Last one. Pistachio could be greener. Chocolate curls too gold. Taste sponge on that. It's not the best. Palm Brew rank 'em. And fourth is Kate. Highly untidy. Third is Steven. Second, Stacy. Stacy's pretty happy that she got second. And Sophie's first. She says, I needed that. Kate says, tomorrow's a new day. I did bad in the technical. Stacy's relieved. Tried to work hard. Steven's disappointed. Tomorrow's really important. See the sun rising, you're setting. Baker's walking in. Oh, Kate had sunglasses on, but she took hers off before. Then tabletop pressure's on. Sophie's wasn't good on the signature, but her Miserable was perfect. Stacy struggled in the signature. She's feeling the pressure. Shoe buns weren't good. Steven's flavors were good, but it looked a mess. And flavors are more important than aesthetics, as Prue reminds us. Kate's been seesawing. Her shoe buns were brilliant, perfect, but then she was at the bottom of the technical. So it's tricky coming in the Showstopper. 3 of them are going to the final, so it's a big deal. To get to, okay, this are fragile show shopping structures. Morning Bakers, last challenge. Who's going through? For your Showstopper, a sculptural centerpiece of meringue. 2 different types of meringue, French, Swiss, or Italian. Meringue masterpiece embellished with dessert elements, 4 hours and 45 minutes. Fantastic, sensational meringue Showstoppers. Okay, everybody's getting to work. Sculptural design in meringue is what Paul says. Architects and engineers as well as bakers. It's got to support itself. Wrong meringue, the whole thing would collapse. Got to do dessert elements, curbs, mousses, creams, acidity. Must taste fantastic. Put your personality in. Book your seat to the final. Everybody's up against it. I don't want to think about it. I need to nail it. Pretty much everybody's saying that. Good morning, Stacy. Tell us about it. Flamingos in love. I love it. I'm in already, Noel says. Flamboyance. Flamingos, self-supporting. Well, they'll be chilling out on grass, so you don't have to do the legs. Yeah, I'm not silly. White chocolate eggs, Italian meringue, passion fruit eyes. I've practiced it a lot. Hold your hand out. You're not shaking. Yeah, you are shaking. So I got my Swiss meringue, Kate says. Thermometer, wait until it gets to 50 degrees. Steven's doing French meringue, tablespoons of castor sugar with the egg whites. Don't want it to crack. Make sure it's glossy and firm. Throwback to my ballet days. A lot of people, no idea. Dance friends. Tutu with an opera filling, meringue centerpiece, pipe buttercream, chocolate ganache, coffee mousse, Swiss meringue. Did you like dance? Yeah, I took it till I was 20. Sandy says I took 3 lessons when I was 6, and they said no. And Sophie says, yeah, well, I did it for 20 years before I left. Stephen's cherished childhood memories of his Nana. A song Nana would sing to us. Oh, it's called Some Air Over the Rainbow. So she had it wrong. So that's like funny. Blackberry curd, peppermint white chocolate ganache. Stephen wants that crunch powder. I'm going to suspend it, central rods, and hopefully it won't crack. Very ambitious, Stephen. Who's going in the basket? I'm going to leave it empty, which turns out to be a good move. No one's flying this one. So they say rainbows are rare enough, but not only is Stephen doing one, Kate's doing one as well. Bright, bold. She's mixing. Morning, Kate. Tell us about your meringue centerpiece. I'm going to do a meringue rainbow, 2 pots of gold. I look forward to this rainbow. Lovely idea. Mango, passion fruit and cream, blueberry jam, meringue kisses, meringue extracts. Paul, that's when Paul's colorblindness comes up. They say, oh, that explains your fashion. Or red, orange, pink. I like pink. I do like pink. Pink, red, orange. Oh, rainbow purist, Steven says, because his is red, pink, red. I don't know. I forgot. 2-2, sky shot. 1 hour gone. People start piping meringue into ruffles. Hands are shaking. Steady hand. No imperfections now because that'll lead to unstable structures. But it's interesting watching the meringue come out so soft and then that it hardens up. I don't eat a lot of meringue, but it's good. It's good stuff. Central layers. You got to have a stable base. Swiss meringue is good for sculpting, precision, piping bags, piping the bodice. But Sophie says, I actually never performed in a tutu before. All right, Pinky Lee. I wrote a song about a flamingo once, Noel says. Now it's more of a drying out process than a baking process. Low temperature for as long as you can. That makes it sturdier. 2 hours, maybe. 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. Steven's only doing an hour, though. It's just not how he likes it. Meringues are in the oven. Now you got to do flavor, blueberry jam, dessert elements. Show off your flair for flavor. Steven's doing cocktails like the lemon drop, troublesome malt like lemon drop. Got my ganache. That's another one. Sophie said that. Vanilla panna cotta Stacy's working on. You know what I mean? Passion fruits always freak me out, Kate says, because it just doesn't look appetizing. Noel's messing with one of her mixers. She says, dude, don't mess with my mixer. Careful. And then Sandy does an imitation of Paul, but it's really just Paul's real voice. Steven's meringues are done, but they're cracking already. Fracture lines. Everybody's looking in the oven. They're seeing the fractures, weight of the meringue, annoying, faff around. Getting their other ingredients ready, blow torching, hot sugar, egg whites, hot in here. As if making meringue in a tent wasn't hot enough. Some bakers are working with chocolate, Stacy and Steven, and it's really hard for 350 degrees Celsius outside. Stacy puts hers in the freezer. She got white chocolate eggs. Noel does Prue. He even has her jacket on, I think, or somebody's jacket. Meringues come out of the oven. Very delicate, huge amount of risk, one slip of the hand, and they are falling apart, but people do manage to repair them. Sophie's are cracked. Stacy's trying to get her eggs out of the mold. This is when she breaks one of her flamingo necks, but luckily she almost knocked her whole thing off. So it could have been much, much worse. Gold dust, give it some sheen. Most of them have a bit of cracking. Stacy's repairing her flamingo. Sophie's is cracked, but it looks impressive. A bit of a frenzy now. Colors and Kate, vibrant. Steven, looks like it's a lot of weight to hold up. Not clear if it'll stay together. Make or break time, they say. Assemble the insides. More strain on the fragile meringue. Sophie starts assembling her cake. Everybody else is doing like piping and like trying to make sure everything fits together. Things are cracking, but people are staying calm, or Sophie's staying calm. Because hers is what could be a disaster, but somehow she stays calm. It's pretty hot. Kate does have a little dip in her rainbow, too. Heat's in the room. Lots of cracks, trying to cover them up and repair them. Steven's chocolate basket, is literally melting away. His trouble melts like chocolate drips. Sophie says mine's holding, that it cracks again. 5 minutes left. That's when Sandy says, this is hard to watch. And everybody's trying to put it together. Fits nicely on itself. Stop faffing around again. Very fiddly. Piping anywhere there's a hole in a crack. Steven's like, my cracks are bad. What a brilliant idea, actually. Sophie decoratively fills, like almost like it was a seam in the, what is that thing called? The tutu with the cracks. She fills it with decorative piping. Sandy and Noel can't watch. Time is up. Step away from your showstoppers, head into your benches, and everybody tries cleaning up their stations with total stress and kind of defeat on their faces. We see some grass from the outside. Meringue centerpieces will now face the judgment of Paul and Prue. Hopefully it's good enough. Doesn't look too bad. I'm happy if I leave, Stacy says. Kate hopes her rainbow stands up. Steven's like, I hope they realize that I put a lot of effort into this. Sophie, bring up yours. So she brings up hers. They say, wow, looks like a hat. No, it's a tutu. You could wear it as a hat, though, Paul. Either or tutu. Design's good. Piping's good. Split a lot, but let's take a chunk out of the base. Wow. That's one of your meringues. Very nice. Crispy on the base. How many layers in the opera cake? 9. Should be 7, Paul says. She says, well, I got to fill up the cake, man. And Bruce says, isn't that great? Could have done the ganache thinner. Would have been a 10 out of 10. But highly impressed. Well done. Thank you. Stephen looks stressed. Stacy looks stressed. Kate, can you bring yours up? She brings it up. Bruce says, wow. Paul stares at it. Bit childish, colorful. Colors are amazing, Bruce says. They shine at you. I like the look of it. Rainbow's a little uneven. Needed to be neater, Paul says. Every single color is a different flavor, so they cut them up. And it's blueberry, raspberry, I like that. Tastes a bit like sweets, the different flavors, wonderful. Italian meringue, lightly blow-torched, delicious. Creams, Swiss meringue, all absolutely lovely. A bit of splatter flavor and color freaked me out at first, Paul says. But that's when Bruce says, release your mind. Kate on plate. Celebration of fruit and cream and meringue. And well done. We get reaction shots from everybody. Stacy, can you bring up your showstopper? And I take a look at it. Centerpieces needs to be easily recognizable. These are birds, but it's simplistic, but you thought it through. Hope it tastes as good as it looks. They taste some meringue. And very nice, very good, chewy. This is the Italian meringue. Too sweet and sticky. I can only take a very bit of it. Vanilla panna cotta. Like a takeaway dish, and Paul tastes that. It's tart, get the sweetness underneath, very creamy, and the raspberry is quite tart as well. All that meringue's too sweet. You need something sharp. Well done, Stacy. Reaction shots. Steven's head's down. Steven, can you bring up your meringue centerpiece? He goes up to the front, gets it up there. And they say, what is it, man? I mean, they know, but they're, hot air balloon in a basket, got too close to the sun. Icarus, yep. Colors are lovely. Love the pastel shades. If the basket was there, you get it. But looking at it, looks more like a tree, psychedelic tree. And what happened with the cracking? Yeah, once one cracked, the whole thing cracked. Shouldn't have happened, Paul says. And Bruce says, yeah, the centerpiece needs to last for 5 hours. Then they do the top pink layer, balsamic clotted cream. And very flavor's nice. Probably execution, I don't know. Maybe you should have dried it out more. It's a pity because it's so delicious. Italian meringue lemon drop pie. That's when they say, you got to be kidding me. It's so good. Very light. It's great. They think about it. Flavors, taste, but the method, it's not up to Steven's standard. Thank you, Steven. Steven drinks some water. We see the thing. We go to table talk as the sun goes down. Prue and Paul must decide who went, who's Star Baker and who misses out. And okay, Showstopper, who stood out? Liked Kate's, fantastic colors, textures, flavors, spot on. Sophie, most skill in the Showstopper. Right texture. So Sophie and Kate are in line for Starbreaker. Yeah, tight, very tight though. And then Sandy says, but I'm none the wiser who's leaving. Well, Stacy was in a difficult position. What she did was pretty simple. It's a flamingo and some puddings. Did look like a centerpiece. So Steven was so ambitious he couldn't achieve what he was going for. Love the colors and the flavors. So not clear cut. Can you have a look back? Initially, we'll look at this weekend, and if that doesn't have any answers, then if it's so close, then we'll look back retrospectively over the whole series. It's only happened a couple of times. So close, it's horrifying. And then we see all Baker's faces, and everybody comes out. And Paul says, before you hear the results, this is the hardest decision we've been involved in 8 years. So let's start with the good news, though. Star Baker delivered Miserable, made everyone happy. Danced away with the Showstopper, Sophie. So I was glad Sandy got to do that one, and she had to go last week. Noel wipes his face. He says, I got the horrible job of announcing it. And I know this is the cruelest blow at this point, but it was tight, as Paul said. And he gives a long pause as he says that the person won't be joining us in the final. A little bit too drawn out for my taste, but he says, Stacy, sorry, okay. Everybody's shocked. Everybody's sad. And it is sad. Sorry, darling, Paul says. Stacy obviously is upset. It was close, very close. She did an amazing job going out on a high, difficult decision. I think Stacy should be really proud. I mean, she'll be disappointed. Truth is, she's done something remarkable. Could have waited another week, but it'll be fine. It's fine. Stephen hugs. I accepted my fate. I was going home. Can't believe it. Three good bakers going to final. It's exciting, vibrant, new textures in the tent. I think the final. Thanks, mate. Hugs, Star Baker. And but next week. Kate says, I was expecting to go. Made it through the final. She calls her dad. Hey, I got through to the final. And her dad is so happy. 9 weeks of trying, harder than I've ever tried. Steven says, I want this. Then Kate says, geez, I think my family was happy for me. Let's see if I have any other notes here, though. I mean, quite hardest in 8 years. Danced away. Showstopper. Stacy. Noel. So tight. Sadly. Cruelest blow. Long pause. Stacy is out. Sorry. Sad music. Paul hug. Sorry. Tears so close. Going out on a high. Prue says be proud. You can go back to being a good mom. Oh, could have waited another week. That's, I think, Shums, Stephen tears, Paul hug, Sophie and Stephen hug. To final talk. Sophie, what about next week? Prove. Kate calls her dad. I cry. That's when I put in parentheses. That's when I cried when Kate called her dad. Just because I could relate to that. So, yeah, that's the end of this episode, and I'll see you soon for the finals. Good night, everybody. I want to thank who became a patron recently, Madon, Pete, and Carol. Thanks. Good night, Mads, Ann, and Patrick. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Madison, Timmy, and Nicole. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Guy, Don, and M. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Sherry, HMB, and Caroline. Thanks, and good night. Kit, Maureen, and Catherine. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Don, Andy, and Dream. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Sean, Lacey, and Mars. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Paul, Zach, and Amanda. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Nigel, Joe, and Debbie. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Jennifer, Connor, and Tanya. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Holly, Matt, and Summer. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Constance, Richard, and Elizabeth. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. Michael, David, and Leah. Thank you. Thanks, and good night. And Michael, Tranquility, and Ravi. Thanks, and good night. Thanks, everybody, for supporting the show. Sleep With Me exists a free show because we able to support the show on Patreon, support our sponsors. We grow as a show by people just spreading the word, whether specifically about Sleep With Me. You could even send it for our referral program, sleepwithmepodcast.com/refer. But even if you just spread the word about podcasts in general, teach somebody how to use their podcast app or just show them how you use yours, yeah, that'll help everybody, not just Sleep With Me. So, yeah, is there anything else? I think that's it. We've got over 400 episodes in the podcast feed for free, thanks to sponsors like this one. Everybody is a document sponsor. Tonight's episode of Sleep With Me is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. And, I deal with, stress comes up for me all the time. And a lot of it is how I'm thinking and feeling, or how I'm thinking about my feelings. and getting stuck in either my thoughts or my feelings instead of looking at my actions and taking constructive actions. Stress can come up in all kinds of ways, and in a world that's telling you to do more, sleep less, and grind all the time, this is a reminder to take care of yourself, do less, and maybe try some therapy. And talk therapy for me is a part of my week. It's actually right in the middle of my week. It's an anchor. It gives me a chance to take stock of how I'm doing, to talk to somebody that will listen and help me find the tools I need, that'll listen with compassion and empathy. And I love introducing people in my personal life to BetterHelp because it really helps them get past the obstacles that have kept them from going to therapy, whether it's cost, convenience, or just overall intimidation. BetterHelp makes it so easy. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Give it a try. And this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and Sleep With Me listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/sleepwithme. That's BetterHelp.com/sleepwithme. Thanks and good night, everybody. Hey, everybody, before I tuck you in, I'd love for you to sign up for our newsletter at sleepwithmepodcast.com/midnightmission. Please sign up. We're going to be doing free streams, listen backs. We're building hygiene kits to support people experiencing homelessness. But I can't do it without your support. I need you and a few other listeners to sign up. If you could sign up, if you're listening to back-to-back episodes, and you're not drifting off, or you could remember tomorrow, sleepwithmepodcast.com/midnightmission. Make a huge difference. We're going to have an impact on people who are out there sleeping in the deep, dark night, and we can help them with some small steps and some small actions. Thanks so much.